Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
And we are here to talk about Real Housewives of Rhode Island Reunion Part 1. But before we do that, I'd like to do our call to action. If you haven't done it already, please head over to YouTube and hit subscribe. And also go to Instagram and follow us, as well as Facebook and TikTok and all the socials. And thank you if you've already done it.
And YouTube.
Yes, and YouTube.
And every time that you say that, I just want to go, do that.
We need a scroll like Angie K.
So before we get into the reunion, we're going to just talk a little bit about their reunion outfits that are behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'll go whose I like the least first. I like Liz's the least. I don't like Liz's dress at all.
No, me neither. But let me say this. I did love her earring.
I didn't even notice
Loved
her
her
earring.
earrings. Oh, her earrings.
Yeah, I didn't even notice them.
They're like long, dangly. They were on fire. Love them. Loved the earrings. Best part of her whole outfit.
I love their color scheme. I like all the different colors of blue. I really love that.
Me too.
It looked great with that set also, like the Rhode Island, nautical set. Yes.
Yeah, I like this set.
I loved Kelsey's dress, the color of her dress and the fit of her dress, but I did not love the wet look hair. I don't like that wet look hair. I think it looks lazy. I think it looks wet.
I thought that she didn't look nearly as good as she could have looked because she's a really, really beautiful girl. And I just don't think the dress really did it I didn't really love her dress. I don't know. There was something off with her makeup hair. I just think that she just didn't look anywhere as good as she should have. Let's put it that way.
I personally thought Jo-Ellen overall looked the best. For me, she won the reunion as far as
Jo-Ellen
hair, makeup, and dress, and the way it fit her and hair and makeup. I thought hers were perfect, in my opinion.
Yep, me too.
What about you, Kel?
I'm trying to I'm looking at them. I'll be honest with you. I didn't love any of them, but I'm also not like a gown person. I'm just not. I like just like a classic black dress. Shocker.
Black jumpsuit.
Or a black jumpsuit. Give me a black jumpsuit any day. I am going to say this, though. If I had to choose, I think I do like Ashley's, actually.
Yeah, I thought Ashley's looked beautiful on her.
Yeah, I liked Ashley's, but Rulla.
Horrible. I think I dislike hers worse than Liz's. I thought it was horrible. It's like a 80s prom. Oh, it's horrible.
See, I think they all look like 80s prom dresses, and that's where I have a problem, because even when I went to proms in the 80s, I wore short dresses. I wasn't a long dress girl, but I actually don't hate Rulla's. Isn't that weird?
I hate hers.
I think I like the see-through side of it. I don't know. But if I had to pick a favorite, I'd say Ashley. I think hers is the most classy looking.
Okay. All right. So on to the reunion. The ladies arrive at 6:25 in the morning, and they start calling them to set at 9:36. And Ashley's the first one to arrive on set.
I loved how Rosie came in her pajamas.
I know, right?
Yes.
I mean, it was early. Everyone else was in sweats and comfy clothes too. So
right. Yeah.
Then Rosie, then Alicia, then Rulla, Kelsey, Liz, and Jo-Ellen was the last to arrive. I think that they were all there in a timely manner. I don't think anyone was sitting there waiting. Like, it seemed like they all walked out.
Were in New York, right? It's not like Andy went up to Rhode Island to do this.
I do think they were in New York. Just based on them getting out of the car, I think they were in New York, but they didn't say.
No, they didn't say, but he did ask Alicia, did you drive here? But I guess, driving to Manhattan,
that's just an Alicia
Rhode
question.
Island isn't outlandish. Somebody could have, but
yes,
Yeah. And then Andy says to Rulla, oh, your face looks a little jizzed up. I was like, I can't believe he led with that, to be quite honest with you. I really didn't think it was that big of a difference. Not like a Jen Fessler.
Right.
I mean,
no. And isn't it interesting how, like, we're not like, you're not really supposed to do that, right? Like, you're not supposed to be like, did you have any work done? Like,
right.
Not that anybody's going to lie at this stage, but well, I guess some people would.
To start
it's
that.
interesting that Andy said it. Yeah.
Right.
I know. And I just don't like that's what he starts with. Like,
He's a do as I say, not as I do kind of guy, though.
Yes,
like, he'll tell you not to do it, but then he'll turn around and do it.
So she said after 25 years, she decided to finally get that rhinoplasty that she had wanted.
And a little lift, she said.
A minuscule lip lift. I don't know what the hell that means, but okay.
I don't know either.
Minuscule. I thought she meant like a whole.
That's what I thought she meant, like a whole lip. I didn't hear the lip. I just heard
lip.
Lip.
Nope, lip. Minuscule lip lift. I'm thinking she did probably a lip flip. Have you heard of that?
That sounds so ridiculously painful.
She didn't need to mess with her lips at all. She had quite enough going on there. She didn't need to. So how about when Rulla and Ashley are in like the same room getting ready to go on, and Ashley says, "Oh, I love your nose. It's so pretty."
I know.
And I've seen several posts comparing Rulla's nose to Rachel Fuda's.
Yeah, I didn't love that. I don't.
Yeah.
But I also think, and I said this to you both earlier, I also think that there was some heavy contouring on that nose.
Makeup-wise,
and I think that that's just the way she does her makeup, but I think that that's what was giving it that Whoville look at the reunion.
People also say that they think she wears a wig, which I think she may too. Either way, I don't think it matters, but I think that Rulla may wear a wig.
Yeah, I think she might too. I was wondering about that. And how about
beautiful? If it's a wig, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
How about when Liz comes on and Alicia says, "Here's the queen bee."
Yes. Yep. You know what? She started this reunion with a chip on her shoulder.
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
And it's never good to do that. I'm going to say
this. It's never good to do this. And where was this energy from Rulla all season?
I know. Rulla, out of the woodwork, she came.
Rulla came in knowing that Liz was pissed off at Jo-Ellen. So Rulla felt very comfortable sitting there, getting her digs into Jo-Ellen whenever she could, because she had Liz sitting right next to her, who's not on good terms with Jo-Ellen. I think if Liz and Jo-Ellen were in a good place, Rulla would not have had that energy.
No, I don't think so either.
Because we didn't see it all season.
And I like how
we only saw her in 3 episodes. How could we have seen it all season? As Jo-Ellen pointed out.
Many times, yes. But I like how Alicia says, like, you don't know your personality until you see yourself on TV. I thought that was cute.
There's a lot of truth to that, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Andy asked Liz, like, what Rhode Island thought about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. And Liz said initially people were like, not in my backyard. Like, we don't want this here. She's like, but now they're really starting to embrace it. And I do know that Liz has said this on Watch What Happens Live, and I've heard a couple of them say it. Like, people are literally driving by their houses. And,
well, I'm sure. We know all about that.
Yes. But I mean, but doing it in like a kind of a mean and aggressive way. Yeah.
Well, we don't do that.
No, we don't.
No.
Yes, we
no. But
we come so peaceful. We want you to invite us into your backyard,
right?
So
we want to bring you like baked goods and hang out.
Yeah,
a cocktail.
No, because when Liz was getting a lot of flack, after her incidents, then people were like, they weren't taking kindly to that, which I don't think is right. Like, I don't, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Right.
And Andy asked, like, who's known each other the longest? And obviously it was Liz. So she was there. She actually remembers the day that Alicia was born.
Yeah. Liz remembers when Alicia was born, right?
Yeah. That's what she was saying.
And she played with her niece, was her best friend when they grew up. And then she brings up how she loves a horse. And then Andy kept saying, oh, how Alicia loves a horse. Just like...
And then she said
she can't ride the horse. Yeah.
Because she breaks out in hives.
She's allergic to the horse.
How about when Andy said the viewers had a hard time telling them apart in the beginning? I never had a hard time telling them apart.
I didn't either, but that Triz rant, he was so funny. He's like, Dolores number 1, Dolores number 2, Dolores number 3.
Well,
a lot of people did have a hard time,
and
though.
Liz looked like she was getting a little pissed, and it must have been about what Andy then said, which was very shady, that Liz that she didn't bring a Dolores pic as inspo when she got her surgery. I was like,
well, what I want them to do is show a throwback of before she had her surgery, because she said she looked like Dolores more
then.
But I can see it, because when they've showed us younger pictures of Liz, and we've seen younger pictures of Dolores, and they really probably did look more
they
like
probably
them.
do look more like then, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they can maybe do a 23andMe, and maybe they are related. I mean, she's related to Gerry. Maybe she's related to.
Maybe she's related to Dolores too.
I mean, it's crazy how much they resemble each other.
They really do.
Now.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ashley was the only one who said, honestly, I think it's a compliment. Like, all of these women are beautiful. Like, she's the only one who kind of embraced it, which I thought was nice.
Nobody else was really feeling it.
No.
Andy asked Kelsey and Rosie, like, what really started the feud between them? It couldn't have been the haircut. And, Kelsey says, well, she was privy to a lot of information before filming.
Mm-hmm.
What information were you privy to? Right.
Right. And who cares?
A bunch of rumors is what you had, privy to. A bunch of rumors about Rosie, right?
Right. And if Rosie's going to be an influencer, and Rosie wants to post what Rosie wants to post, that's her right to do so. Like,
absolutely.
It is what it is.
Absolutely.
She paid you for the haircut. She's under no obligation to post. Yeah, would it have been nice? Yes, absolutely. But then you showed up to her house with a bullhorn. So, F you.
And I don't know what Kelsey's talking about. Like, how she was saying, like, Rosie instigates her off the show. I was like, what? She said that. I was like, what? I don't even understand what you're talking about. So,
I'm not really feeling Kelsey anymore.
Yeah.
No, I just think Kelsey, I think she came in thinking that she had this really great story, this big bombshell, right? But
right.
Yep.
We have another part of the reunion. I mean, I certainly hope it comes out that, she moved out 2 years ago. Like, this is not
right.
Like, this isn't new.
It's really not even your story. Your story is not even your story. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You faked it. You faked it.
And
how
I hope
about
this comes out?
Yeah.
I hope so too, because if not, then it's a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
How about when Kelsey was saying, "Oh, and do I suck dick for a living?" Rosie says the only other coworker you had was a girlfriend in Florida.
I love that.
That was
great. Love that.
That was great. And you know what? You did for 10 years.
And then
we found out that you were an escort before that.
Her comeback is, oh, well, do you suck your husband's dick to Rosie? She's like, nah, that's not really my thing.
It's not really my thing, yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's great.
I feel like that's kind of a theme across Housewives, that they don't do that.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure some do, but the ones who've actually come out and talked about it have said no.
Yeah. Andy wants to know where Rosie
on the like the resume for housewife. Check yes or no.
And are you willing to talk about it?
Right.
Andy asked where Rosie got the term slam pig from, and she said she actually learned it from one of Alicia's friends. Alicia's like, yeah, I love a slam pig. I mean, you're not one, but I love it. Slam pig. It's like, like a whore.
And it somehow had to do with Sally the slam
pig.
Yeah, I guess
Sally the Slammer.
The pig's got a name. All right, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And it was looking like Rosie and Jo-Ellen had a little beef going on there. I was like, okay.
I think something happened off camera. The problem is, I think that these girls started being interviewed once the show was out and said some shady things about each other.
Right, started talking shit. Right.
Yeah, because one of the things I'm just going to jump to it because you just brought it up though. One of the things that Jo-Ellen said that her and Rosie kind of bonded over the mother thing, and I'm like, I didn't know Rosie had a problem with her mother. And then they show us never before seen footage where she talks about it. So how do you bring that up in the reunion when we never saw that?
She did talk about it in the one episode.
A little bit about her mom.
That's
Rosie
why she questions whether or not. No, we didn't see that scene.
No,
we
not
saw
that
her
scene.
talk about, because that's why she questions whether or not she wants children, because of how her mom was when she was growing up. Nothing was ever good enough. She couldn't say no to her,
Right. Yeah, I just don't like when they do that. I don't like when they like that's like an important part of a connection between them, right? Like that's something they should have certainly shown us that scene.
Yeah.
Andy said, with a show of hands, who thinks that the siren coming to the house with the siren was funny? And of course, Liz, Kelsey, and Jo-Ellen thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Rosie's like, "Oh, big
shocker."
shocker."
I don't think it was. I mean, I wouldn't have been as upset about it. I mean, I actually do kind of think it's funny. The fact that she got so upset about it, I think, is more funny than the actual thing.
Yes, I reacted the same exact way.
I know you said that. Kelly would have been pissed.
I would have laughed it off a little more.
Yeah.
The fact that I didn't see Kelsey say, "I'm going to need to see some blueprints." She said that.
Right. And
she said it in the castle.
So that's why Rosie had the blueprints out when she was coming to her house.
Right. She said it in the castle. And Ashley pointed that out.
I don't think she said it to her.
She didn't say it to her.
Back to Rosie, I guess.
Right. It got back to Rosie. Yeah.
Right. She didn't say it to her. And then those two are just fighting. Like, they don't ever come to any agreement. Rosie and Rosie's like, first you come after the size of my house, and then it's my, my job.
Her job.
And yeah. And she's right. I mean, Kelsey was coming for her.
She's jealous of her. Kelsey's jealous of Rosie.
Definitely is.
It's very clear.
And how about they keep insisting that she was with the guy with the DUI and that her name is on the police report?
But they don't have the police report.
Yeah. Right. And Jo-Ellen's like, well, I haven't seen the police report, but I've talked to officers. Okay, that's a lie then. You're a liar, and I don't believe it, because what police officers like, yeah, 3 years ago that guy got a DUI, and Rosie was that, her name's in the police report. It was 3 years ago.
No.
They didn't even know her then.
No.
It's true. And that's where Jo-Ellen loses me. She loses me with that.
Yeah.
And she also loses me with the whole road tripping when she was putting up those TikToks. And then she says, "Oh, that was my social media girl." No.
Nice try, but no.
Like, when you just got done saying, if you do it, you own it, which I thought she was doing until this. You have to own it all. You can't pick and choose what it is you own.
Exactly.
So it's very sad that Liz's cat died. I'm sorry. I felt bad.
And she was only 12. That's young for a cat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
But I mean, I think that's pretty young for a cat. Yeah. Not a dog, but a cat.
No,
How long do cats live?
It's still senior. Well, my cat lived till 20, but
oh my gosh,
usually it was an older cat, so maybe a cat could live to 14, 16, 18. That's,
okay,
really
so it's not super young for a cat.
So it's not super young, but not super old either. So
right.
And her
I don't know why I thought
granddaughter,
cats were like between 20 and 30 years.
God, no, 30 years, no. And her granddaughter's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Yes, she is cute.
Granddaughter, very cute.
Melania.
You're so cute.
So a viewer said, I don't think people understand how hard it was for Liz to go from no kids to 3 kids. And Liz said, I was always up for the challenge, and, she loved it. And I agree with that. Like, that's one of the things we said, like, that's hard. Can you imagine all of a sudden having 3 young daughters?
No.
And she was young. Like, she's younger than Gerry. I don't think she's much younger than Gerry, but she's got to be younger than Gerry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, God bless her for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she said that they did want more kids, but it was never the right time. I wonder if that is really the reason, or if it just maybe she couldn't,
Yeah, or he couldn't, or whatever. You know.
But he had them already.
Yeah,
so
but sometimes
chances are it would have been her.
Maybe sometimes stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Rulla apologizes for making that statement, and Liz says, it's still an effed up thing to say. I'm not going to hold it against you, and she's right. It was an effed up thing to say.
When you don't produce your own kids, that was a very effed up thing to say.
And then they go into the whole Rulla. A viewer asked Rulla, you more than hinted that both Gerry and Liz had cheated on each other when you said, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Well, this got very interesting because Liz was here for this whole thing and Rula started it but didn't want to finish it.
No,
Like
no, no.
that was so kind of awkward, don't you think?
Yeah. And it's amazing how Rula says, "Oh, yeah, I was busting her chops." And Jo-Ellen said, "Well, that's not funny." And it's true. It's not funny. Like,
No.
it was, yeah. She was talking shit in her confessional, and then she was trying to backpedal from talking shit in her confessional.
Exactly.
That's what she was doing.
Especially right now when she feels like she's got Liz by her side against Jo-Ellen.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, the fact that Brian and Rula called Gerry the next day at 6 a.m. What up is that?
Well, I mean, so they start talking about, says that she and Gerry were separated. And she was on Block Island with friends. She saw somebody she hasn't seen in 30 years. They maybe kissed a little and danced. And Gerry got a phone call 6 o'clock the next morning from Brian and Rula.
And Rula says
answer,
it's a
blatant lie. And Liz says to Rula, "Why are you screaming like a nut?" And she wasn't. And Andy's like, "Actually, she's not. And I've seen a lot of screaming on reunions." Yeah.
But she does say, that's a blatant lie. Subpoena the phone records.
Subpoena the phone records, right.
Subpoena
and I love
the
Ashley.
Phone records.
Ashley was like, "Oh, no, God, no, please." Like, she was just like, whoa. Funny.
Then Andy asked Liz why she snapped at Kelsey for saying ongoing. And then they play back that
was
scene.
Really about.
Yeah. You know, Liz admits that she was completely wrong and she apologized to Kelsey. Andy asks Kelsey that if she had hooked up with Dino before or after her ex. And she said it was the first year when she was competing for Miss Rhode Island, which I thought that was interesting that she admitted to that.
Yeah. So she was with the guy she was with for 10 years and she was hooking up with Dino. But I mean, obviously they had an open relationship. So whatever.
Right.
So he was probably in Miami at the time.
Right.
Andy's asked Ashley, on the show you said Liz was scary. Are you scared of Liz? Ashley's like, well, I think she's like an intimidating figure. I love Ashley because she really is like, she's afraid of Liz. I mean, she put it out there. And she's like, she has like an aura about her. And, you know, others agree that they're afraid of Liz too.
She said it depends on the day.
Yeah, she just presents like very unstable to me.
That's what it is.
Right. She's a little like that's how she presents to me.
She's just gonna fly off the handle.
She's just gonna fly off the handle, and she can be very condescending too.
Yep.
In that, like
she's a gaslighter.
Condescend.
She's a deflector and a gaslighter.
Yeah. So,
wait, when they go to break, Rula says to Liz, "I want to talk to Gerry about the whole Block Island thing." And Liz is like, "Oh, Gerry doesn't even know what day it is." I thought that was weird.
I did too. But I don't get it. Every time there was a break, Rula felt the need to bring up something. You know, when she said she has his surgery schedule. And he's like, okay, but we're on a break.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
And anybody can type up a schedule. A fake schedule.
That's so
and
easy.
Throw some fake patients in there.
Much
I
easier.
can do it right now.
Much easier to do a fake schedule than it is to do a fake video with a timestamp of a car.
Exactly.
So I don't know what your point really was trying to be there, Rula, but okay.
It's amazing to me that she's still denying this. Like he's caught red-handed.
Well, I think she's not denying anything. She knows exactly what he did, but she's okay.
But she's not. But that's not how she's presenting herself.
No, she's not presenting herself that way.
She's saying, I have records of his surgery schedule, so that video must be fake.
Fake, yeah.
No, it's not. You fucking moron.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's admitting to, yes, her husband had an affair. But she's not owning up to the fact that it was still going on, and they're giving her proof.
When she was saying
it's fake.
When she was lying to herself and saying it's over, it's not going on anymore. When it was, that's a problem. And she was like really like activated, like yelling at Jo-Ellen, shut your fucking mouth. And I was like, is this chick
Who's this Rula?
This chick hasn't been here all season. And now all of a sudden you're like,
right,
all fired up, ready for a fight. And I was like, okay. All right.
I think it was because she figured she had Liz on her side.
Exactly. Yeah.
After the break, Andy asked with a show of hands who watched Ashley on TV before Housewives, and Kelsey raises her hand. She's like, "Oh, I watched her on The Bachelor since 2015." And he said, "Well, was she, what you expected?" He goes, "Yeah, actually she was. Like, she's sweet and she's sincere and, she cries a lot."
She cries.
Right.
Yeah. So how about when Rulla was talking and they were talking about Jo-Ellen's job, and Rulla was saying, "No, Brian didn't get you fired. You had warnings before and after." I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you get warnings after you're fired? And then I love it when Jo-Ellen was like, why is she still here? She was on 3 episodes.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, because that's what Andy had asked her. Like, you had fun. You had a good time in your 20s. Like, and she's like, "Oh, you got kicked out of you got kicked out of the college." And she's like, "No, I didn't." And then she's like, "Well, you got kicked out of the sorority." She's like, "No." She's like, "Well, you got in trouble in high school." Like, Jo-Ellen's like, "Yeah, I mean, I said that." Like,
I had to go to a play, like a facility.
Right.
Obviously, I got in trouble in high school.
Right.
Right. It's like, Rulla, you weren't there all season. We already know this. If you were there, you would have known it too at the same time we did.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Alicia, yeah, exactly. And Alicia's, Andy says it to Alicia, like, you were in high school with Jo-Ellen. Was she like out of control? And she's like, no, she was just a typical teenager. But
Right.
her mom felt like it was out of control. Her mom made the choice to do what she did.
Yeah, Alicia said she was shocked. Like, she had no idea that she was even away. Like, she just thought, she had no idea.
So that does just go to prove to you, like, it's not like she was getting arrested. Certain kids when you were in high school, if you heard like, oh, they had to go, to some behavioral, you'd be like, oh, okay,
Right.
But
right. It clocks,
Yeah, exactly. It clocks. Yeah. So, but if Alicia didn't even think that way, then how bad could it have been?
Right. She said she never did drugs. It wasn't about any of that. I mean, when Andy said what was the contributing factor, she's like, "Well, I told her I was taking a shower and I snuck out to meet my boyfriend."
So she was with boys. She was a little promiscuous.
And that's still, like, that's not a reason to send her away.
No.
I mean, just get her some condoms. I mean,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. But he did ask her about her mom.
Yeah, and it's not good.
It's not good.
So, a viewer asked, "What did your family think when you stole Gerry from your sister in high school to Jo-Ellen?" And Jo-Ellen said, "I never stole Gerry. Jan and Gerry never dated. They never kissed on the lips. She had a crush on him, and he touched her boobs in 7th grade. That was it." And then a viewer asked Jo-Ellen, "You don't you think it's inappropriate how openly your sister says she wants your husband?" And she's like, "It's just an inside joke in my family. Like, she's okay with it." And, I think that she's okay with it, then it's fine, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, it's like Summer House, like we talked about on Summer House. Their friendships, it crosses lines sometimes. It's like a blurred line. So I do think that her sister and her husband are flirty with each other. I personally would not like that. But if people are, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
It is what it is. I guess they're very secure in their marriage.
Andy asked with a show of hands who here heard that Jo-Ellen is a swinger. And the only one that raised her hand was Rulla.
Of course. Of course.
Exactly. Andy then says to Jo-Ellen, "Brian admitted to calling your work colleague. How is work going for you now?" And that's when she said, "Well, I was laid off." And that's when Rulla jumped in, which again, Rulla kept jumping in and being so obnoxious when
she wouldn't stop making comments.
She really was obnoxious, and it wasn't about her. That's why Jo-Ellen was getting so mad.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I watched it on Peacock, and there were so many F words. I can't even imagine what it was like on the regular TV. Like, if they had to bleep those all out, there were so many F words.
I watched it on Peacock also.
And Lori did too, so.
You're right. There was a lot of F words. Yeah, this energy from Rulla, just, I don't know where it came from.
But she was crazy.
She was. She was. I loved when Jo-Ellen says that after 20 years she decided to be a stay-at-home mom. Is that because you're on a TV show now and that's and you're getting a paycheck from it? Like,
I mean, it could be.
yeah,
but
like
who
good for
cares?
you. Like say it.
Yeah. Who cares?
I did
Enjoy
not
it.
realize how young her kids were though.
Her kids are young. I mean,
Yeah,
the
they
one's
are
a
young.
baby.
Yeah, like a baby.
That's when Andy says, okay, we're going to take a 5-minute, we're going to take a break. And that's when Rulla brings out, starts talking about Brian's surgery records. And Jo-Ellen said that they didn't stop effing until December. They were still meeting up in January. And Rulla's telling Jo-Ellen that she really has to stop. Jo-Ellen said, I'm done. I've stopped. And Rulla's like, well, you're still doing it now. She's like, oh, this is the reunion. Did you think I wasn't going to show up at the reunion and bring receipts? Like, this is what we're doing here.
Right.
Like, did she seriously think that she was just going to not talk about it at the reunion? That's what you do.
No, I mean that's you have to. Like that's what you're here for. And yeah, Rulla says Brian's surgery records, I have a schedule, and Jo-Ellen's like, he gives you an AI schedule of conferences that he doesn't even go to.
That was good.
I mean, I don't know. I just think Rulla is she shouldn't have come in so hot on Jo-Ellen, because say what you want, but Jo-Ellen's got the proof. Like she's provided you the proof.
That's the whole thing. Then they come back from break and Andy says, Liz, when you said Alicia was never homeless, you meant what? And Liz explains herself. I actually think the way she explained herself, that she was shocked to hear her say that. I think that this is very true. I think that she was literally trying to protect her. That was the impression I initially got. But then when it just got so blown up, I think that's when it just turned into something different. I do think that Liz initially was trying to protect Alicia. I do. Lori, what do you think when Liz said that she was trying to protect Alicia when she said you weren't homeless?
I think it's plausible, but I think because of Liz's personality and the way she presents herself, she just I think it was the way she said it, that you were never homeless. It wasn't you know what I'm saying?
That was actually a really good impression.
It wasn't,
it was a great Liz.
It wasn't oh, I can see where you would say that, but not really homeless, because you always, oh, but what about your grandparents? They were great grandparents. Didn't you stay with them?
Right.
But I could see how you would kind of feel like when you present things like that, then of course people are going to be like, whoa. And I think that's why Alicia reacted the way she did, because how Liz presented it. So if you present yourself that way, don't be pissed off when people take it the way you presented it.
Think that it was like Liz was acting like she knew Alicia's family better than Alicia did. You know what I mean? Like don't say that, they're going to get pit.
Right.
It's her family.
It's her family, not yours.
She can deal with the backlash of anything that comes
She's
along
a grown
with the
woman.
fact that she just said she was homeless.
Right. She's a grown woman. Yeah.
She's obviously very close with her mother and her aunts, and
Yeah.
she'll deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alicia does accept, her apology, and she does say that she didn't think that Liz had bad intentions. But she does also say that, for her, that was a lot opening up about that, because she had never even told Billy that, because she was embarrassed about having a shitty father. So the fact that she opened up about it and then to have that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's where that's where it just goes off the rails, because Alicia's accepting her apology. Liz then goes on to, but I wasn't the one who brought it up in the car. I don't want to go further with this, but let's just say the two of you knew that we were going to be discussing this in the car. And Andy asked Liz, what, you felt ambushed? And she's like, yeah, I did.
But I'm just going to say this. I think that Liz did a very, very foolish thing.
She
because
did.
I think Liz threw production under the bus.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
exactly
the other girls were like, oh, we ain't copping to this. We want our job. No. Trying to sway it a different way. So I think Liz was very foolish. And the second thing I want to say is she also made no freaking sense. Because
that's the thing.
If you're saying that you knew this was going to come up in the conversation, then how could you feel ambushed if you knew, like, what are you even saying? I'm like, what are you saying?
Basically, the conversation didn't go the way she wanted it to.
That's all I can come up with.
So that's why she
like,
felt ambushed.
You were making no sense.
Because Alicia got so emotional. Alicia got so emotional and was really upset about the whole situation. And Liz still at this point didn't understand it. And Jo-Ellen was trying to say, like, okay, Alicia, you're entitled to your feelings. But Liz is like, well, you should have de-escalated the situation and said that Liz meant no harm. Well, how can she do that when you're acting like a lunatic?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
She wanted Jo-Ellen to be like, she's got a good heart,
Right.
But when you're acting like an asshole, it's kind of hard for people to do that.
And the most telling thing is, I don't know if you guys caught it, but Alicia said, you can't say that out loud to Liz. And she was talking about, what are you doing?
The voice note.
What are you doing? Like, letting people know that this was all set up, that we were supposed to talk about this. Of course, Alicia was supposed to bring it up. It's a storyline. It's a point of the show. But now you're gonna like out production about what are you doing? What are you doing?
And it's so interesting because she put out that overly produced apology, right? Remember where she looked like she was in a church. I mean, these women and this trying to stage these church apologies, and then she comes on the reunion and she just acts like a crazy person all over again.
Yeah, and Liz saying, should I play it now? Everybody at that place was probably like,
what are you doing?
No, stop.
What are you doing?
No, we want our job. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, you think Dolores would have gave her better notes on the whole thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then Alicia says, like, you felt ambushed, but you were the one ambushing, like, me. Like, and why did you, ambush Jo-Ellen? You pushed her, you pulled her hair, and they're right. I mean, she was the one acting like a crazy person.
Yep. And I love Alicia. Get over yourself. You're not that great. It wasn't a setup, because if it was, it would have been better. Now relax.
Yes. That was great when Alicia said that.
Great. It was great.
Yeah.
You're not that great.
How about Liz? I'm tactile defensive. I was like,
yeah.
It
was
was
seriously
crazy. It was crazy. And Liz saying, to Jo-Ellen, you embody something that my soul rejects.
What is she talking about?
Oh, God.
Sorry, Liz. I don't get that whole enlightened spiritual vibe from you.
Listen.
You're like a wound up ball.
Yeah, I can understand what Liz is talking about with Jo-Ellen. I think Jo-Ellen does some shady, weird, manipulative stuff. But when she does that, and I don't even work with the girl. I don't know her like you know her, but she does that from a certain, she's like a battered child. Like she behaves that way because of her past trauma. Not that it's an excuse, but
no, but hurt people, right?
Absolutely. And Jo-Ellen does some weird stuff. I'm with you on that, Liz. I get it. But I don't think that she's evil or like Liz tries to make her out to be. I just think that she's very misguided in some of the ways that she handles her relationships because she doesn't know any better.
Right.
And if you're an older person in the group, you're older than Jo-Ellen, so try and massage the situation. Try and be a friend. Try and guide her on how to properly express herself or handle some kind of situation where she's not handling it correctly because she doesn't have the skills. She doesn't have the tools to do it. So then she just goes off the way that she's gone off her whole life.
And when Jo-Ellen said, like, I was trying to protect you from looking crazy, I really believed that.
True. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
At the Copa, where she was like looking in her eyes, and then she pushed the chair and she pulled her hair. Like, I really think she was trying to like diffuse still from the vehicle to the bar restaurant. Like, I think she was trying to diffuse it and be like, girl, you look crazy,
Right.
But
And then I think
not that I think
she
she
got
was drunk
upset.
or anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's almost like a drunk when you're trying to tell a drunk person to stop drinking. And I'm one of those guilty drunk people myself. If I'm drunk and slurring my words, I don't want you to tell me not to drink anymore. I
Right.
can admit that about
Right. I'm
myself.
on the roll. Right.
Exactly. I'm finding myself very entertaining right now.
Right. So you can just go away.
But it's almost like that. Like when you're trying to tell a person who's acting a fool to stop acting a fool. They're not.
Right.
It's
Right.
not clicking.
Right. And then I think Jo-Ellen started acting a fool because she got upset and then started, acting kind of wacky herself.
She's like, I can act however I want right now because Liz is still looking like the crazy one.
There you go.
Which was very
I can
true
fly
in
off
that
the handle a
instance.
little bit right now and still look better than what Liz is looking like right now.
The thing is, too, Andy gave Liz, like, an out to apologize because he said to her, now that you've seen the episode where Rosie's man is singing and all the chaos is going on at the table, I want you to address the hair touch and the chair push. Like, that would have been her opportunity to say, you know what? I didn't realize it, but now that I see it, you know what? I was wrong. She didn't.
At the very least,
to apologize to Jo-Ellen. She refused to apologize to Jo-Ellen. She apologized
to Alicia, but she didn't apologize to Jo-Ellen.
Apologize to Jo-Ellen.
And at the very least that she could have done is apologize to Rosie and be like,
yeah,
you know what? Things got out of hand with me and Jo-Ellen. I'm sorry that I did that at the show. But you couldn't even do that.
I know.
Yeah. When Jo-Ellen said that Liz needs to take ownership of her own behavior and Liz totally deflected and she goes, I'll say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. I was like, yeah, well, I don't think there's going to be any accountability taking today, ladies.
No.
I did think it was interesting because then when all this is going on, after Liz says that, I don't think I owe her an apology, like, nor will I ever. Then Ashley chimes in. I was like, oh my God, what the hell is Ashley going to say? And she's like, well, as a viewer from the other side of the table, I did feel like I needed to go over and be with Liz because I felt like it seemed like two people were really going in hard on her. And it didn't seem like a one-sided fight. Like Ashley said, I felt like you needed comfort and I wanted to be there for you. And
I
Liz
thought that
is
was
like
so
crying.
random.
I did too.
Yeah,
but
like,
I do think that she meant it, to be quite honest with you. But that's who Ashley is.
Oh yeah, that's because
That's who Ashley. Yeah, that's who Ashley is. And Liz is like crying, like, thank you. But I will tell you this, like, she will never acknowledge Ashley for having done that, even after Ashley pointed it out to her. She didn't notice it at the time. Ashley's now pointed it out to her, and she won't acknowledge it in the future because that's who Liz is. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
As random as it was, I was like, where's she going to go with this? And then when she said that, I was like, oh, okay.
And I loved Rulla's face when Liz says that she doesn't do the click thing. Rulla was like, okay.
Right.
When Andy asked Jo-Ellen and Liz if they've ever been in a fight before, and Jo-Ellen's like, yeah. And Liz is like, oh, do you want to tell him why? And we find out it was because of a smoky snowsuit. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Seriously. I mean, are we 5?
That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And Liz is like, I took that from my daughter. I was going to give it to my daughter. And Jo-Ellen's like, all right, well, I didn't know that.
Right.
Like, then don't offer it to me if your daughter needs it, psycho.
Right. So this is what happened. Liz lent her the snowsuit. It stunk like weed. Jo-Ellen decided not to wear it.
Or cigarettes. She smoked cigarettes too.
Right.
Either way, right. It smelled.
It smelled. And then, so Jo-Ellen doesn't wear it. And before she gives it back to Liz, she says, well, you want me to dry clean it for you? Like, it smells like either cigarettes or weed or whatever. And then she got all pissed off.
Yeah,
I would have been like,
insulted.
Go ahead.
Right.
Honestly, I would have just gotten the fucking thing cleaned because I smoke and I don't like the smell of smoke on clothes. If somebody gave me that and if I really needed to wear it, I would have gotten it cleaned and then worn it. I wouldn't have been able to wear it with that smell.
I don't think Jo-Ellen wore it. That's the thing. She didn't even wear it.
No, she didn't wear it.
That's why she said I didn't even wear it.
She said I didn't even wear it.
Right.
I mean,
so she should have given it back to her Smokey. I mean, listen, chances are Jo-Ellen said it shady.
Right.
And was being snarky.
Right. But even still, even if you called me up and said it's snarky, I would have been like, yeah, okay, get a dry
fuck off.
cleaner.
Go get it cleaned.
Like, I would have been laughing like,
you want to spend the money to get it cleaned?
Yeah,
go right ahead. But this was weird when they said they were together on Mother's Day. Because Liz is like, where did this narrative come from that we're best friends? I just think that I just, first of all, I think the housewives throw the term best friends around like it's nothing. And that irks me to no end. But I don't like why Liz keeps saying like, we weren't friends. We weren't friends. We weren't friends. If you weren't
lent her your
friends,
snowsuit.
Yeah, you lent her your snowsuit, and you wouldn't be so upset over all of this then. If she wasn't really your friend, you would have given that.
She has said that it broke her heart and blah,
yeah,
blah,
like
blah.
if she's not your friend, then why is it breaking your heart? That's just weird.
So what are you talking about? Yeah.
Right.
I think that
she's
Liz
just a
is
walking contradiction at this point, Liz.
She's not friends with Jo-Ellen when she doesn't want to be friends with Jo-Ellen. And she's friends with Jo-Ellen when she wants to be friends with Jo-Ellen. And that's it.
Right. And then Liz says, well, I invited you over for Mother's Day because your mother and your sister left you out of whatever they were doing.
And Jo-Ellen said that that's not true. I had a good time with Gerry, and you called me to see if you wanted if I wanted to go for a drive because you weren't having a great day. And we went and we had drinks. So Liz said, you truly are a dangerous mother effer. You embody something that my soul rejects. Jo-Ellen said, you embody something that I have to chase after like my mother. Jo-Ellen said, you are a narcissist. Liz said, I'm not your ma, bitch. I'm not your ma. I'm like, okay.
Another very good impression of Liz. You girls are really killing it tonight.
I look for love with you, and maybe I just need to distance myself from you and her. And I think that is spot on what Jo-Ellen said. I do. I think that she does need to distance herself from her and her mother.
I think Liz is walking away from this reunion with Rulla as her only ally, and I don't think that's a great look.
Then they go to a break, and then that's where Andy asks Rosie about, she shares some issues with her mom, and have you and Jo-Ellen bonded over that? And they talk about it, and they talk about the clique. Rosie, because they were all from Cranston, and Rosie wasn't. But Jo-Ellen admitted to Rosie that there was a group chat before they even started filming.
Yes. Yeah.
That Rosie wasn't a part of. So,
her.
Right. Yeah. And it was about her.
Right. And Jo-Ellen made them get rid of that chat.
Yeah. I mean,
Andy's
again,
like, well,
I just think that this comes from the fact that Kelsey is jealous of Rosie.
Yeah. Yeah. And Andy said,
because are they the only two that aren't married? Oh, no, Rosie's married. What am I saying?
Rosie's married. Kelsey is the only one that's, and actually, Alicia's not married.
Alicia, but she's, might as well be.
She might as well be married. So then it pretty much ends. We're going to see next week. I mean, I cannot wait for those men.
Yeah, but what about Rulla calling Jo-Ellen a slut? And Jo-Ellen says, your husband's the slut. And Rulla jumps up.
Oh, yeah. They were fighting. I mean, there was so much fighting going on between the two of them.
And then Rulla says Jo-Ellen was sleeping with doctors and calls her an effing whore. When she said effing whore, I was like, okay, now there's going to be a fight. Because you could say a lot of things. Right. But when you call somebody an effing whore, gloves off.
Earrings, hoops out.
Hoops
Jo-Ellen
out.
even said, didn't she say, I'm going to effing, what did she say?
I'm pretty sure she said, I'm going to effing kill you.
Or, she's definitely threatened some sort of violence. I don't remember exactly what the violence was, but there was some violence threatened.
I mean.
And it was, by the way, is technically an assault.
Behavior, right. I thought Rue's behavior was very odd. I thought it was very odd. It was like this really odd, misplaced anger. And I was just like, girl, the only person you should be mad at is your husband.
Right.
That's the only person you should be mad at.
Like, for real.
I mean, I'm not saying Jo-Ellen's totally innocent. I know Jo-Ellen's up the mistress's ass. I get it. But it's a show. Everybody needs a storyline. And girl, yours was your cheating ass husband. So don't be pissed. Don't be pissed that you came on a reality TV show with a cheating ass husband and other people made it their business and picked up on it and ran with the bone. Don't be pissed at that, because
exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
No, it's totally right. Jo-Ellen said, I'm going to break your effing nose. And Alicia said, no. She just got her
Alicia's
face.
like, no, she just got it done.
You can't.
That's right. You can't do that. You can't do that. She just had it done. I'm telling you, though, as soon as effing whore was said, I'm like, oh, my God, there's going to be a fight now.
I know, because Andy did get up, and everyone else on the couch is like, did you see them? Like, Liz covers her face. Kelsey's biting her nails.
Ashley probably wanted to jump under the couch.
I mean, it was
take cover.
It was bad.
Swim through the moat and go.
Holy shit.
So next time should be very interesting.
Absolutely.
I would not want to be Brian.
Listen, I like that we saw that Jared in the back is telling Brian, you have to tell the truth. You have to tell her everything. I like that Jared's doing that.
I love that Jared's doing it too, but Brian is still standing there with that stupid look on his face. You know he's not going to do it. He's such a P-U-S-S-Y, and I hate that word, but he fits the description so well.
Yes, he
hate
does.
that word. Yeah. I won't say it,
He's
but
definitely
I will spell
a pansy ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh. He gives me the ick so bad. What is she holding on to? Rulla, leave him. So season 2, you can get along with all the girls and you can have a single season and we could see you out there dating all the wealthy men of Rhode Island.
Well, it still hasn't come out yet. I'm sure it's coming out the next episode where Jo-Ellen says that she got pregnant with Brian's baby when she was still married.
When she was still married or he was still married?
I think
when
he
was.
I thought he was still married. She was married before.
I know she was. Remember, she wouldn't. I know, but remember, she wouldn't talk about it. I think it was when I think she said when she was still married. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I'm telling you,
that was it.
Yeah. Listen, Jo-Ellen has all the receipts.
She sure does.
Except for the damn police report. So don't bring that shit up, Jo-Ellen.
Right, that was stupid.
If you don't have that receipt, don't talk about it.
But I talked to some cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't have the receipt, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you got enough receipts on everything else, so that you can talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we shall see next time.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
All right. Well, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.